folks. I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Thursday, the 7th of August 2025, and in today's video I'm going to decipher for you Isaiah chapter 51 verses 1 to 23. And this chapter is mainly prophecies for the Millennial Kingdom, if you like. Now, I started to do this in a library today, working on it, but I'm only now up to verse 7, and so I will try and continue on, not tomorrow, Friday, because I'm gonna be busy, but hopefully for the weekend, but I'll get it done eventually anyway. So this is actually quite an interesting chapter. This is Isaiah chapter 51, but I'll give you what I got for the time being anyway. So let's get into it. Now, verse 1, it reads, "Hearken to me, you that follow after righteousness, you that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock, okay, which is called Jesus, whence you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence you are digged." Okay, so for my commentary, I put down God is a rock in the Bible. Okay, there are many verses that attest to this. In other words, the spiritual stability and strength in which people draw from. That's why Jesus is a rock. Okay, he's your spiritual stability and strength in which people draw from. Okay, now there are many prophecies in the Bible which attest to this fact. Example, in 1 Samuel 2:1, and it reads, "There is none holy as the Lord, for there is none beside thee, neither is there any rock like God." Okay. See also Deuteronomy 32:4, and it reads, "He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a God of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he." Okay, see also Psalm 62 verse 2, "He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved." Okay, etc., etc., because there are many prophecies regarding this, that God is your rock, he's your salvation, defense, a spiritual stability, a strength. And God is a strength because, we as people draw strength from God, from believing on him. Okay, so now verse 2, okay, and it reads, "Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, for I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him." So commentary for this prophecy, God in this prophecy is reminding the children of Israel that his promises are sure-footed, okay, and well established. Okay, so this prophecy is linked to, of course, Genesis 12:2 and verse 3. Genesis 12:2, it reads, "And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing." And then on Genesis 12:3, of course, "And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed." Okay, so basically God is saying here, that, even though Abraham and Sarah, are the parents, if you like, of the Jewish people, that God is requiring that the Jewish people have confidence in his promises, okay, that he's short-footed, God is short-footed on his prophecies, okay, because what he promised Abraham has come to pass, okay. So now, of course, this verse 1 is actually a Millennial Kingdom prophecy, okay. Now, verse 3, "For the Lord shall come for Zion." This, of course, is when Jesus comes back for the Millennial Kingdom. "He will come for all her wise places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden." That's how Jesus is going to be restoring Israel when he comes back, like Eden, "and her desert like a garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody." So for my commentary, I wrote down this prophecy here is a classic prophecy for the Millennial Kingdom. When upon the second coming of Jesus, of course, he will restore Israel truly as a land where milk and honey flows from. Okay, as per Exodus 3:8. But this prophecy is linked to many multiple prophecies in the Bible as to how Jesus will restore the land of Israel and his people. For example, see Isaiah 11 verses 6 and 7 and also 11:6. Okay, now here in 11:6 of Isaiah 11 it reads, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And then on verse 7 here it reads, and the cow and the bear shall feed, the young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox. Okay. See also Isaiah 41 verses 15 and 16, Isaiah chapter 60 verse 13, Isaiah 65 verses 1 to 23, Isaiah 65 verse 25, Jeremiah 31 verses 4 and 5, Zechariah 10:1, etc., etc. So there are many prophecies that we can find in the Bible as to how Jesus is going to restore Israel, like Eden, if you like. Okay, I'm just giving you just a few, otherwise it will make for a very long video. Now, verse 4, hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. So for my commentary here, I wrote down this Millennial Kingdom prophecy is closely linked to Isaiah 9:7, okay? And it reads, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David, and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The seal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. It is also linked to Isaiah 40 verse 10, and it reads, behold, the Lord God will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Okay, similar to this prophecy here. Okay, you know, of the increase of his garment, if you like. Before his reward is with him, and his work before him. See also Isaiah 41 verse 2, 41:14, Isaiah 42:6, especially also Isaiah 43:15, etc., etc. Okay, so yeah, just to recap here, when Jesus comes back for the Millennial Kingdom, he wants the Jewish people to hearken unto him, because the Jewish people are his people, and to give ear unto the Lord, okay? And he's going to make judgment to rest for a light of the people. And so the fact that, Jesus wants, the Jewish people to hearken unto him because he's going to be the judge, is linked classically to Isaiah 9:7 that I put here, because his garment is going to be increased, okay? So he's going to be making judgment, okay? Now then, verse 5, my righteousness is near. This is also a Millennial Kingdom, because what the prophecy is saying here is that I, Jesus, am already here. I'm near. I'm here already in the Millennial Kingdom, ruling, over Israel. And so my righteousness is near, and, he said that it's already there, for the Millennial Kingdom. My salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people, okay, like it says here, of his garment, okay. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. So commentary, as a follow-on prophecy, as per verse 4 up here, if you like. Jesus, as the King of Israel, is saying, I'm here to save, to judge, and to be trusted, okay? So this prophecy is well aligned with Isaiah 43 verses 10 to 12, okay? And Isaiah 43:10, it reads, "You are my witnesses, okay, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that you might know and believe me and understand that I am He. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me." Okay, so basically, what it says here in verse 5 is, "My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth. My arms shall judge the people." Okay, so basically, that that Jesus is actually there. He has saved the Jewish people, okay, and he's going to judge the people as well. The other Jewish people are the witnesses, okay. They are the witnesses of how God has saved them, and that his righteousness is right there, and he's going to judge them. That's why it's linked to Isaiah 43 verses 10 and 12, because now that God has saved them and he's right there and he's gonna judge him, the Jewish people are the witnesses, okay, that he has done all these things like salvation and so on. Now on verse 43:11 of this Isaiah, it reads, even I am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior." Now on Isaiah 43:12, it reads, "I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore you are my witnesses." Again, see, saith the Lord, that I am God. And this prophecy is also linked to Isaiah 44, verses 21 and 22. 44:21 reads, "Remember this, O Jacob, thou shalt not be forgotten of me." And on verse 22 here, it reads, "I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee." Okay, so this prophecy here in Isaiah 44 is verses 21 and 2 is also appropriate because Jesus has come back to forgive the Jewish people of all their transgressions, and he has already redeemed them. Okay, so that's why, just to recap here, he's already there. He's already saved the Jewish people, and he's given them, and God has provided his righteousness to the Jewish people by saving them, okay? And he's going to judge them. That's why it's linked to all these prophecies here, that now the Jewish people are the witnesses, and that, that God hasn't forgotten the Jewish people, that he has come to be their God, their King, and to forgive all their transgressions, okay, and to redeem them. That's why it's linked to all these prophecies and more. Now then, verse 6, "Lift up your eyes to the heavens, and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner, but my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished." So basically, for my commentary here, so in here we got three parts here to this prophecy on verse 6. So in here there are three main prophecies for the end of the Millennial Kingdom, when we inherit, the new heavens and the new earth, okay? So for the first part, the heavens shall vanish away, and the earth shall wax old like a garment. This is linked to Revelation 21, verse 1. And it reads, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Now the second part of the prophecy, where it reads, "And they that dwell therein shall die in like manner." This part of the prophecy is linked to Revelation 20, verse 9. Let me turn over the page, where it reads, "And they that went up on the breast of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city," in other words Jerusalem, "and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them." That's what's going to happen at the end of the Millennial Kingdom, okay? Now the third part of the prophecy where it reads, but my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. This salvation is only for the Jewish people during the Millennial Kingdom. So this last part of the prophecy is linked to Romans 11:26, and so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, meaning Jesus, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. It is also linked to Isaiah 1:18, come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Okay? It's also linked, and see also Zephaniah 3:13. He's going to take away all the sins of Israel. Okay? And also it's linked to Jeremiah 33 verse 8, similar to Zephaniah. He's going to take away all the sins, and so Israel shall be saved and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Okay, that's pretty much what they are all saying. Okay, Romans 11:26, Isaiah 1:18, Zephaniah 3:13, and Jeremiah 33 verse 8. Now verse 7, just to finish up with the video, hearken unto me, you that know righteousness. This is of course a Millennial Kingdom prophecy. The people in whose heart is my law. Fear you not the reproach of men, neither be you afraid of the revelings. So basically what Jesus is saying here is that when he comes back to rule for the Millennial Kingdom, he doesn't want the Jewish people to fear other nations, if you like, or the Gentiles, neither be afraid of the revelings. Okay, so commentary, Jesus wants the Jewish people to follow and to worship him without having fear for the Gentile nations that might get into the Millennial Kingdom. Okay, this prophecy is linked to Isaiah 41 verses 13 and 14. In Isaiah 41:13 it reads, for I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not. Okay, I will help thee. So he's already making a promise here, telling the Jewish people not to fear. Okay, like he says here on verse 7. And on Isaiah 41:14 it reads, fear not, thou worm Jacob, and you men of Israel, I will help thee. Okay, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, Jesus, the Holy One of Israel. See also Isaiah 42 verses 1 and 2, Isaiah 42 verses 13 and 14, Isaiah 43 verse 4, Isaiah 44 verses 6 to 8, Isaiah 54 verses 2 to 4. See also Zechariah chapter 8 verses 6 to 8. See also Zephaniah chapter 3 verses 17 to 20, etc., etc. Okay, so it's actually quite a lot. And the main thing to take from this verse 7 is that Jesus wants the Jewish people to hearken to him, and not to be afraid, because he's not going to allow the nations to hurt the Jewish people ever again, So he's saying here, in all these prophecies, fear not, I will help thee, and so on. Again, I will help thee, saith the Lord, I'm your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, you got nothing to fear, and so on. Okay, so I'm finishing up this video on verse 7. We still have to finish this off all the way to verse 23. So give me a bit of time, folks, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll talk to you all later.